Hello everyone. In previous session we had a discussion about last three chapters and their marks distribution. Okay, so now we'll see the marks distribution and important questions from chapter 4. Okay, so as we all know that chapter 4 has more weightage, right? So that chapter name is nothing but data structure. So here we have a total chapter is for 18 marks. Okay, the most weighted chapter of your computer science, that is data structure. In this you will be getting two questions from 1 marks, and 3 marks 2 questions will be there, that is 6 marks, and 5 marks 2 questions will be there. Okay, so totally you are going to get 18 marks from this chapter 4, that is data structure. So you have to focus on this chapter in a deep way. So here first we have to prepare for the definitions. Okay, so we are going to get 1 marks 2 questions. So first we have to get ready for the definitions. So now we'll see what are the important definitions that needs to be studied. Okay, so here the definitions include what is the definition of data structure, and what is primitive data structure, what is non-primitive data structure. Along with that you have to learn each example for each type of data structure. Okay, and what is linear data structure and what is non-linear data structure, define array, define one dimensional array, two dimensional array, and define stack, queue, linked list, define trees, graph, LIFO, that is last in first out. Okay, FIFO, that is first in first out, and what is root node, what is leaf node. So these are all the important content which is comes under trees itself. Okay, so what is binary tree, or define complete tree, and what is the height of a tree, and even depth of a tree. So those are all the important definitions that you have to concentrate for 1 marks question. Okay, so and second you have to prepare for the operations on each data structure. Okay, so then what are the important operations? So here we can see that operations that we have to be prepared for primitive data structure, and what are the operations of non-primitive data structure, and then what are the operation of linear data structure and non-linear data structure. So keep it in mind, linear data structure is different and non-linear data structure is different. Okay, so like that non-primitive is different and non-linear is different. So don't get confused between those two things, have a clear picture. Then what are the operations of arrays and stacks? So if they ask you to mention the operation, then just mention. Otherwise if they ask you to write the operations of a stacks or queues or arrays, then you have to write each line for a particular operation. For example, in stacks there we have size of top or size of stack. There we have to specify, this returns the size of a stack, that means total number of elements within the stack. Like that you have to define the each operations. Okay, then queue, linked list. So these are all the important operations that you have to concentrate. Then you have to learn a memory representation. Okay, so memory representation that includes one dimensional array, two dimensional array, and stacks using arrays and queues using arrays. So the memory representation is mainly based on the arrays itself, one dimensional array, two dimensional array, and how you are going to represent the array by using stack, and how you are going to represent the queues using arrays. Okay, then prepare for all the applications. Here arrays, stacks, queues, even linear linked list. So those are all the important things. Okay, here we have to learn the types of queues and linked list. Okay, so queues, there we have to learn its types. Linear linked list, so linked list, singly linked list, doubly linked list, and circular linked list. There we have to learn the difference between each types, along with its representation and what is the node, what it represents, that and all you have to be prepared. Okay, so and the last thing is very important. So you can expect minimum 8 marks from this algorithms. Okay, there will be one questions for 3 marks, and another 5 marks one question will be there for 5 marks. Okay, so in algorithm they are going to give two algorithms, one is for the 3 marks and another algorithm is for 5 marks. Okay, so you can expect push and pop algorithm for 3 marks. So if it is lengthier, then that you can expect for 5 marks. Okay, so now we'll see what are the important algorithms that needs to be studied. So here algorithms are like inserting an array element into an array. Insert an element into an array. Okay, so in this you have to write the algorithm. After that, delete an element from an array. Okay, how we are going to delete the elements in an array, and which pointer need to be decreased, that and all you have to be prepared. Okay, and algorithm for linear search, binary search. So in binary search there is one condition: the input must be in the some order. It can be either in ascending or descending order, but it must be in some order. Okay, there we are going to find the mid element, then we are going to check. Okay, this works like that. And then insertion sort, then inserting an element into a stack, that is known as what? Push operation. So you can expect push and pop operation for 3 marks question. Okay, so be prepared for all the algorithms. That is very important. You can clearly get 8 marks from algorithm. And types of queues are also very important. Okay, and then be prepared for all the applications, advantages, examples and definitions. Is there any alternative names? Okay, so be prepared for all those things. Then delete an element from a stack, that is known as what? Pop operation. There we are going to check the basic condition, whether it is underflow or overflow. If it is overflow, then we cannot insert new element into a stack. If it is underflow, that means what? There is no element in the stack, so that we cannot delete any element from the stack. Okay, so you have to be prepared for that, and you have to keep it in mind, all the steps of an algorithm. Then inserting an element into a queue. Okay, and then that is known as what? NQ operation. When we are inserting some elements into the queue, that is known as what? NQ operations. If we are inserting some elements into the stack, that is known as push operation. Okay, deleting an element from a queue, that is known as what? DQ. Okay, so these are the very important topics that needs to be studied for, from the chapter called data structure. It has more weightage, 18 marks. So be prepared for all the algorithms, and types are very important. So you can expect either stacks or queues applications for 3 marks. Okay, and memory representation is very important. And also be prepared for all the definition. Write all the definition in your notes and be prepared, and learn all the example for each data type, that means each data structure. And when we are what is the alternative usage of LIFO, FIFO. Okay, that and all you be prepared. So these are all the important questions. So be prepared and study well. Thank you.